as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington football team. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Coleman. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 26, check 26. Check 50, check 50.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's 3-0 Washington. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Coleman has it here right side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Dancing to his left. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Third down, Love. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A 7-yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
27-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Love, they go play action now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end, but it'll be 2nd down. To throw again. Love. And right back to Kittle. This time he's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Beating the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Play action this time with Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Carried by number 2.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
54, come on, 54.
Now they try the right side here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Here comes the boom. I see
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory. But that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done. But I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going to give this time to the tailback. About 3 yards there to the 27.
By number 2.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, that was dangerous.
The pass.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw here. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Justin Hopkins on 40.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half. So
they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Six yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Love from the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To the air again, Love. Taking a shot for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
Now a handoff looking right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
At the 31-yard line.
As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Check 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Check 3, check 3, check 37, check
2nd and 9 now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the gun, Love. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taken in the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Flushed out right, and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the shift, watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Check, 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 check.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, the good news, they got to stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
You got nothing.
From the gun, Love. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down, 49ers.
Operating from the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Again, it's Love. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Love now to pass on 1st down. On the screen, this is Coleman. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Flush to his right, and that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Now they try the right side here. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Taken down.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Hey, 4 down. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return, Jackson. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Little Mike 52, Mike 53. I got one. Hey, Mike 52.
On 1st and 10, Love.
Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they? And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Touchdown.
Curtis Samuel, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
27 yards there, a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. That one caught by Gibson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49ers 11-yard line.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
And he'll find Hall. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Down at the 19-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
38-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down.
49ers.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Eluding the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Washington football team as we